Hi guys. Um, I was waiting for others to join, but it is already 6:01, and I have to be out of here by 6:30. But my name is Randa Weeks, and I will be your instructor for coding and reimbursement. Um, this isn't a very long video. I'm just going to kind of go over a few things and kind of tell y'all what the important highlights are of the course. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Um, okay. So let me get to 2335. And welcome to Coding and Reimbursement. The purpose of this course is to introduce you guys to the many plethora areas of coding and reimbursement. Um, um, this class will also kind of assist you with the advanced coding techniques with emphasis on case studies, health records, and federal regulations regarding prospective payment systems and methods of reimbursement. Um, Starting next week, we will do a coding review for those of you that have not taken ambulatory coding or taken it at the same time as this course. Please reach out and ask me questions. A majority of my students who are in this course have already taken both the ICD-10 and the ambulatory, but if you have not, just please reach out to me. I'll help you with those assignments. Next week is going to be a 2-week module. Um, Everything in this class is 1 week other than that. Um, but the main thing, first things first, I just want to make sure that everybody has read the introduction page. The introduction page kind of gives you a welcome to the course and all the tips for getting started. Um, Virtual office hours. Virtual office hours are something that we started last semester. It's what we like to use for instructor engagement. I do my virtual office hours every Wednesday. I have my first ones from 10 to 11, and then my next one is on Wednesday evenings from 5:30 to 6:30. The reason why I chose those times, it's the best day for me. And that's the time when my daughter is at tutoring, so I can come back up to the office instead of having to do my meetings from home. Um, and just because there's virtual office hours does not mean that I'm not available any other time. You can always text me, email me. All my information is at the very top of the introduction page. Um, and I say call and text after 5, but if you want to call and text during the day, that's fine. I just don't want you to call and text after 8 p.m. Hi, Susan. Can you hear me? I'm already in the process of recording, so I'm just going to continue. Um, Anyways, again, my information is at the top of the page. Text, call, email, I'm always available. But I just wanted to make you aware of my virtual office hours, just in case that is the only time that is available to you. Then I'm gonna make myself available for you. Okay. Here's just information about myself, uh, and then important course documents. Please make sure and review the syllabus. And then within the syllabus, I have also included a due date list. The due date list is something that I stress highly to print out, and I keep it in the whenever. What I would do is print mine out whenever I was in school and keep it in the front cover of my book. So every time I went through a module, every time I went through an assignment, that is what I would use to just keep a check off. And also, I stress to if you have the time or if you're one of those that are more type A, then put all the due dates in a calendar. So that way you get reminders or set reminders for 5 days in advance, anything like that. Um, Also included is a student handbook, uh, the college handbook, and then the program packet, which you already all have that information. Um, Discussion board guidelines. There really aren't discussion boards within this class, but we always like to tell you all if you all have any questions related to assignments to use the question discussion boards, as that prevents duplicate questions. And so if one student has a question, another student might have that question. And I know that some, especially being online, Some people are timid or shy, and that's why they chose online and wanted to do it. But if you have a question, please post it there so that way other students can see the same thing and then try to maybe get the same guidance out of the response that I give as you get. Um, Also, I've included a general tips. General tips kind of are just like a summary, sum up of everything uh, that is kind of expected within the course. There's writing tips, there's copyright, asking questions, an email, and then the materials needed for the class. Um, Email, voicemail expectations, how to approach course-related questions, how to use Moodle, what to do in case of technical difficulties, how to save your work, very important. Make sure you do this. The reason why we stress how to save your work is because whenever y'all upload documents to us, we have to download them. And if they're not saved in a certain specific way, then we can't find them in our downloads. And then always make sure too that your name is on your paper because some instructors, and we like to get you all in the habit because some instructors make you print out or they print out the documents. And if your name's not on it, then however you saved it in your computer is not going to be on the document. So we won't know whose actual assignment it is, and it just makes it more work for us. So always save it as instructed and always put your name on your papers. Um, in this class, that's going to be very critical thinking. Um, so always, always, always remember, and there's going to be some times where there's going to be requirements for APA format. So I have included links. When I was in my bachelor's program, this citation machine was my best friend. It will actually, if you put the information in, it'll build the link for you. All you have to do is then go in and do the hyperlink on it. Um, Again, and very, very resourceful information. In 1311, there's some assignments where I require APA format, and then there's others where I just require a link. Anytime you get information from an additional or outside resource, please share please share the resource with us. All assignments, especially written, are ran through Smalley Tools plagiarism website. So anything that is plagiarized word for word is, going to be a straight zero, and you'll be written up. The second time of plagiarism will be failure of the course and possible removal of the whole program. So just please don't plagiarize and make it your own. You can get ideas from somebody else, just don't steal their words. Okay, and I've also included a study skills video. This video will kind of show you how to like the reading and taking the information out of the text and then putting it into your own thinking and then writing it. Okay. Um, all activities or all assignments within this course, and I keep saying 1311. I'm sorry, this is 2335. But anyways, all the modules in this course are going to be 1 week. Next week in the coding review module is going to be 2 weeks. Some of the topics that we're going to cover in this course are going to include the coding review, managed healthcare, revenue cycle management, uh, reimbursement methodologies, coding compliance, clinical documentation improvement, coding for medical necessity, the CMS 1500 forms and the UB04 claim forms. And then we will jump into actually building claims and creating claims for Blue Cross Blue Shield, other commercial insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, TRICARE, and workers' compensation. And then in our very last module, we're going to get to actually utilize a encoder, which we are going to be assigning and just applying or analyzing DRG assignment. And so this class has a lot to cover. Like I said, most assignments are 1 week, or most modules are 1 week. The first 6 weeks, 7 weeks, let me see. Yeah, the first 7 modules are going to be the toughest. Once we get into claim submission, which all the claims is going to be through SimClaim within the MindTap that you purchased with your bundled package with the workbook. So from week 7 to week 12, it's nothing but claim submissions that we're going to be doing. And with that, y'all will get to experience, instead of you doing a claim, you'll get to do it over and over and over until you get it correct. So that way you'll remember or get the hang of it. And then the finals week. So again, there's 13 modules. and then a finals week in this class. And then what else did I want to tell y'all? Yeah, so again, I want to stress Module 2, we get into the coding review. So if you have not done 1342, just please reach out to me because it is so new in this semester and there's not very, very many students that are in the 1342 ambulatory coding in this class at the same time. But if you are, just reach out to me for assistance. Okay. And another thing, most of your classes will either have a welcome day or a welcome week. Please, please, please make sure this is for show, no show, and also for financial aid. Make sure that you go into every course, that you've read the syllabus and the student handbook, complete the agreements, and then also do your check-in activity for each course. This is very important, and that way so you're not bothered with emails for not showing up or participating in the class. What else? And then who's all on with me? Does anybody have any questions? Another thing that I wanted to show y'all is MindTap. I hope everybody has access to MindTap. It's pretty easy to get in. There will be activities every single module that are within MindTap. And most of them are just kind of like assessment like information, and then you actually get to do learning labs as if you were actually in a clinic setting and you go through different scenarios. So I really like using this. I started using it 2 semesters ago, and I think it's really benefited my students as far as especially whenever it comes time for them to be in practicum or actually just with their assignment work, overall. The textbook is amazing. I love the way it's laid out and it breaks everything down. And so I'm hoping by the end of this course that everybody will have a real understanding of how everything's wrapped in together and how the coding and reimbursement affect everything. So that is all I have. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And see who was all in with us. It looks like it's just Susan still. Did you catch everything, Susan, or do you have any questions?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
I think I missed the very first because I forgot about it.
Right, and that's okay. I just went over just the beginning of the introduction. I just went over the introduction page. I just wanted to give everybody a chance to meet and greet. I started it at 6:02 because nobody was logged in yet, and I have to be out of here to get my daughter in. So I have 15 more minutes, but anyways, and it's just a real clear. I'll just go over, the introduction module and the kind of the expectations and what the class kind of consists of.
I think I'm going to kind of get confused of this class and my health information. It's so much
I don't think
homework
you
on both of
will.
them.
It will be, but there's not really a lot of homework in this class as you think. The first couple modules, there is quite a bit, but in 1311, like I said, you've been through that class, and so it's not. And that class is going to be every 2 weeks, right? And so this one's going to be every 1 week except for next week. Just make sure and print out that due date list and keep everything, um, keep everything and try to get into a good routine.
Right.
And then in
I
your
wish it would have
practicum, it's going to be 1 week, so you just got to remember to prioritize.
Oh, I know. When I start doing that, having to go out to the facility thing,
Right.
that's it's gonna be hard to do homework when I get home.
Well, it is, but you'll just have to get used. You'll get used to a routine. And I always tell my students, especially new ones and second semester ones, that all the steps that you have to go through, and especially if it's new, if you haven't been in school in 10, 15, 20 years, or even if it's just been 5, it takes, do it online.
How about 34, girl?
Well, I know, I'm just saying, it doesn't matter, even if it's just 5 years, getting students, in there and them having to get into a new routine, and self-discipline is key.
Oh,
So,
right. is this a class we have to do that pie thing?
Yes, the pie chart. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm worried about that thing.
Well,
I've
I
never done one of those
included
before.
there's resources, and it's really not that complicated at all. It's just to
Okay.
kind of get you to show you down, because especially those students that are going into the associates, you'll see that there's tons of pies and graphs and charts and stuff like that that we have to create,
Really?
and it's just showing you, instead of verbally reading something, you can get the same information from visually creating a graph or a chart or something like that.
Okay. Well, if
And
I
so,
can't get it, is there a way I can come up there and you
hit
can
me
help
up.
me?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
gonna be there Friday?
I will be here. Yes, I'll be here all day Friday.
Okay. Well, if I don't, I'm gonna try to work on it tomorrow, and if I don't get it, then I might
Okay. Well, just
see if
make
I
sure
can
and
come.
you watch the YouTube video first that I shared,
I
and
did, but he
it'll
goes
show you.
so quick. I'm like,
I mean, I have to watch it a couple more times, and then even if you do your own, I mean, like put in search on how to build pie charts in Excel. And there's
okay.
a plethora of resources out there on YouTube that they show. So,
So
okay,
what is that? What is Excel? I've never done Excel before.
it's an Excel spreadsheet. You
Never
should have
done a
done
spreadsheet.
spreadsheet in 1204.
Uh, I think we did like one. I think that's been a while, girl.
Right, I know, but you'll be fine. It's, I mean, spreadsheet's my baby. I love my spreadsheet and
Well, I
building
think
custom
it's my
charts.
my
So,
computer. You know, my
mhm,
computer. I gotta get something and take some stuff off here, and I think it. I accidentally deleted some stuff. I think I wasn't supposed to at one
okay,
time when I was trying to clean it,
mhm. Well,
and I think
hey,
I
I'm gonna
messed it up.
stop recording real fast because that way nobody else is on. Let me
Okay, well
go to.
go ahead and go get your daughter, and I'll let you know.